Okay, everyone, it is dinner time. This will be using our air fryer here. We're gonna move it over so you can see it. Come on, air fryer. What are you doing, man? Okay, there's the air fryer. So I'll show you the ingredients. This is like one of the most versatile things I make when it comes to the end result of the product. For the end result, it's very, very versatile. You can use it for all the different kind of things. I'm gonna make it, and then when I'm done making it, I'll tell you about the versatility of it. This does take 10 minutes in here, so we're gonna assemble it and talk about it for a little bit. Then I'll probably turn off the camera unless you want to sit there and listen to for 10 minutes. I guess you could. It might be, some people find it very relaxing to hear like water running or that kind of stuff. I don't know. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this set up here. First thing we're going to do is we're going to add some of this mozzarella cheese. This just came from a grocery outlet, and it doesn't have the exact circle in here. Now these are those. I got these at Dollar Tree. These are air fryer parchment, so you don't have to cut off parchment paper yourself. So we're going to put this now. As you can see, we're going to also use some of this Sugar Booger. Old Sugardale pepperoni. I opened it, I opened the right way, and contadina. So when we're done with this, the total carbs will be about 2, maybe about 3 carbs. This will be a 3-carb dinner. That's how much we're going to use right there. We're not going to use it all. You don't have to use it at all. So we're going to do this, and I don't want to spoil the excitement of the versatility of this by talking to you about that sauce as of yet. And I think there's another way I can make this, and I'm going to try it next time by myself without filming it in case it's no good, because I can't really feed it to the dog because I don't know what pepperoni really has in it. It could have some garlic, maybe a little onion, so I don't want the dog to get sick. Now, some people say if you're going to do something really light, make sure you poke a few holes in your paper. And now I did preheat. I almost always will preheat unless the recipe tells me not to, but since this is my own recipe, I did it without poking holes. If you preheat your oven, your oven, don't put a paper in there by itself, because it'll go up to the top and it'll burn. So you don't want that, or maybe you do want that. I don't think you want that. Do you want that? I don't think you do. So let's go ahead and put this in here. Take out the basket. Is that the proper? I gotta be careful because it's hot. I might melt that. Yeah. Let me put it on the plate. Okay, put it on the plate, and we're gonna take this and we're just gonna drop it in the basket carefully. And it doesn't matter if it moves around a little bit. That's fine. If it sticks. Now, I'm gonna tell you one thing about mozzarella cheese that you may not have known, but mozzarella cheese has a high milk value and high oil. It's a high oil cheese, so you don't have to put any oil. Now, if I was to use a different kind of cheese, if I was using like say cheddar to do this, I would probably have to put a little, cooking oil or something like that. Now we'll set this for 10 minutes. It doesn't have to be half and half. I usually check it a couple of times, but it's now going to go for 10 minutes. So if you want to sit it for 10 minutes, do you ever take pepperoni and just take a couple pieces and eat it? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. But this is a Sugardale. That's not where the Archies live. So, Sugardale, contadina, and grocery outlet mozzarella cheese. When we're done with this, well, not minutes right now. We also going to take a photo or whatever. And they have more than one kind of, more than one size of the pepperonis. They have the ones that are really, really big. These are like a little bigger than a quarter. They have some like that big, and they use those in a lot of the deli sandwiches. They'll use those, or like a big pizza, but that would be too big to go on top of this. So we don't want to do that. I do have some onion here, but I'm not going to add it. This is just how I make this thing. I have onion so I can make me a burger. Do you guys eat a low carb diet? Because this is definitely low carb. So the cheese is less than 2, and we've got maybe 1 and maybe 1.5. This might be less than 1. Yeah, total carbs. Yeah, this is 2. So it's about a 3 and maybe 3.5 grams of total carbs. Of carbs. So now, if you're on a keto diet, you might eat 20 to 50 grams a day. If you're on just a regular diabetic diet, I made a video about that. You may eat, maybe you're eating 60 grams a meal. So if you're eating 60 grams a meal, that's what, 180 for 3 meals and a couple of snacks at 15 each. So so that's like what, 190 or whatever it might be. So it's a lot more. So the variations between what they think you should do as a diabetic or as a or if you want to do a keto thing. Usually they don't recommend keto because of the fact you're limited to vegetables. That's why I like to put onion on things, even though onions do have carbs. It's not super high in carbs. I'm not gonna. It's not like I'm gonna take this whole onion and eat it. That's a lot of carbs if you did that. But I don't want to do that because that would be too much onion. I mean, I like it. I probably could dip it in chocolate and eat it. I do like it. But it all depends on what you want to do. When I first started out as a diabetic, that I knew I had diabetes at that point, they suggested I eat the 60 grams of carbs a meal, and eat the 15 for each of the 2 snacks, 3 snacks a day. That's what they said I should do. And when I first started with keto, I said, man, how do people get by with only eating 15 or 20 carbs a day? I thought that was total carbs, but really it's net carbs. So it's been halfway. Let's see. You see that? Now, you may think you don't have to do the full 10 minutes, and maybe you like it that way. Maybe you don't want to do the full 10 minutes, but I found you do have to do the full 10 minutes. And then you got to let it sit for a couple of minutes. We'll talk about it once it comes out, because you have to let it kind of set. And you may be thinking, is what we're going to make going to be enough for us to hold us over? I find that it usually is. What I can do with this here, what I did the other night when I made this, I put, I just put some lettuce, which is 1 gram of carbs. So that would add 1 gram of carbs and some ranch dressing, which add maybe 2. So it's another 3 grams. So this might be a 6.5 grams per meal. Now, if you're only going to have 20 a day, that's about a third. That's about a third of what you're going to have all day. So this would be like a 1 meal kind of a thing. But if you're eating more than that, then of course you're fine. So yeah. And I didn't add any. Usually what I do when I make a salad like that, I don't use that mix. I use like spring mix, or I'll use spinach, or I'll use a mix of both baby spinach and spring mix. Sometimes romaine, and it's whatever they have in those tubs. Boop, boop. They're about that big. And sometimes I have them in bags. That's like an American salad right there. So that's more like iceberg. Not quite as good for me. But I wouldn't add any chicken to that because the cheese has protein and the pepperoni has protein. So I really have enough protein. I wouldn't need to eat any chicken with it. But if I was going to do it just by itself, when I make a salad at home, usually I'll take the mix. I put some chicken on there. Maybe I cut some onion if I have some. Put a little bit of onion on there. Sometimes I'll put like maybe 5 baby carrots, between 4 and 5 baby carrots. Not too many, or sometimes even less. I'll take 3 and just chop them up. If I've had consumed more carbs that day than I thought I probably should, I might take 3 baby carrots and cut it up, or no baby carrots at all. So always lettuce, usually cheese, sometimes onions, and sometimes baby carrots. So I could do that right now. I could put some salad right here. But I had a big salad bowl lunch today. I made a video of it at the Veterans Affairs Hospital in Long Beach, California. So I don't really need to do that right now. Let me take a look. If you're The setting's 400 at 10 minutes. Don't flip it, of course, and nothing like that. If you do burn it, it's really not a big deal, um, because I'll show you what we do with it. So it's never really a big deal. I mean, you don't want to waste food, but you can still eat it. Now, this may, if you use the sauce, now that probably does have onion and garlic in it. So a lot of people like to give their animal, their dog, some pizza, but really probably should not, because if it's a big dog, we had a little teeny chihuahua, and he climbed up on the counter, or the cat knocked the fudge down on the counter, and then they knocked it. And then he climbed up onto the counter like this. He can climb up like however he got up there. We named him Monkey. He was originally named Chia or Chia Seed or something like that when we got him from the shelter. But he loved to climb, so she called him Monkey, and he ate. I don't know how much fudge it was. Probably 4 or 5 pieces. So if you think if each piece was an ounce, maybe a little over an ounce, probably 5 or 6 ounces of fudge, and he was okay. So they say they say that the chocolate is not poisonous to the dog. What it does, it elevates the heart rate, and they can have a heart attack. So you don't think about a dog having a heart attack. You don't know my dog had a heart attack. Well, it'd be more than oh no. It'd be like terrible. So it's almost done. It's gonna go ding. We're gonna take it out. We'll discuss what it's all about. Put your left foot in, put your left foot out. Eat something yummy and shake it all out. Yeah, tomorrow I have to go to the Pasadena Humane Society, pick something up, and we have an appointment for our kitties to get some vaccines. Today we made a large donation of items. Not to say what a great guy am I, but the things that come out of these storage units, if you go back that way, whoop, 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 and look at those storage units, man, some really good stuff came out of a lot of those monsters and monitors and computer towers and all kinds of good stuff. But a lot of times the clothes will be items that are like no one I know can wear those clothes. They're not really worth selling, you know. I'm not saying I won't donate something that is worth selling. I donated some, leather jacket. I donated a leather jacket. I said, it's gonna take me a while to sell this. It's hot out now. It's hot right now, and so I don't think anybody's gonna want a leather jacket because it's too hot. Now, as you can see, since this doesn't have a crust, we have to let that settle. I think that's what they call it, settling. I guess that's okay. They call it settling. With that fudge I made, if you go back that way too, you'll see me making fudge. I had to put that in the refrigerator and the freezer to let it set. That's right, set. It's called setting. Whoa, and it's hot. What do you mean it's hot? It came out of a fryer? But, okay, so this is what we're going to make right here. And I'm sure this will have a title on it. I'm making the video right now, then I make the title and all that. So we're going to let that cool down some. And this can be made differently. I could have probably put some sauce on top of the cheese. But remember, sauce doesn't go on top of the cheese goes on top of the sauce. So if I was going to make this as a standard pizza without crust, I probably would have done mozzarella. A little bit thicker layer of mozzarella because it's going to have to hold up more food. Mozzarella. Then I would have put sauce, because the mozzarella on the bottom would be like the crust. Then it would be sauce, then more mozzarella, then the pepperoni. I would have to adjust the cooking times. I don't really know how much more I'd have to do. I would have to do it more. So let me go ahead and put this in here real quick. I wrote down all the toppings. Now, today, what we're going to do, we're making a dipper. This will be a dipper. You can cut it if you want to with your knife, and then you can dip it in here. This, I think I have to refrigerate it. I opened it. I'm pretty sure I'm going to refrigerate it. I got these. The reason I was using the squeeze one, a lot of people are worried about using some form of a sauce. They want to get that one RAO, whatever it is, and those might have 1 less gram of carbs. Now, if you're really, really cutting it close with keto, maybe you need that. But if you have something like this, you probably don't need to buy a keto variety. When it comes to things like ketchup, you do, because ketchup has molasses and sugar and all that kind of stuff. But when it comes to this or a barbecue sauce, they also have molasses and sugar, brown sugar, regular sugars, sometimes corn syrup and all that. That's all full of carbs. But really, this is just people think that it's the pizza sauce that's causing them the problem. It's really just the crust. I mean, I'm not telling you what to do. I mean, of course, if you think it does, then you need to do that for yourself. So, what I was saying about this, the versatility, you can make this without, well, you can also reuse it. If you make a pizza for yourself and a pizza for somebody else, you can use that again. That's no problem. But you could make this just with cheese and don't put the pepperoni, and then you can fold it and make it into a taco shell. See? So you can make that like maybe one of those with like a gorditos or whatever. I'll dress up this plate a little bit. You could do that. Just make it just cheese, because or you could do it with pepperoni. But if you're making like a Mexican meal, you probably wouldn't have pepperoni on there. You probably like seasoned ground beef or some pollo. How do you say it? Something like chicken, and you do that. Now you could have added the pepperoni. You could have added this to there, or what I'm gonna do with it is I'm gonna use this as a dipper. So I'm just gonna cut off a little piece here. I hope. I do have a pizza cutter. I got it from a unit, brand new pizza, wheel, but I don't have it with me. So you could fold this over with the pepperoni or without the pepperoni and make yourself a tortilla, or make it into like a wrap, a Mediterranean wrap. You can do whatever you want. Now, if you do change the cheese, remember the cheese that you use is not mozzarella. Be careful with that cheese. You'll have to kind of experiment with it probably, or look it up online. The oil count or whatever, the oil amount is going to be less for almost every kind of cheese there is. Mozzarella is just a very high oil cheese. That's why they use it in so much cooking. But here we go. Now I just put that in here. This is not, this is room temperature. If I was to make it right out of the refrigerator, I could have heated that in the microwave. I'll tell you if it's good. Adding this to this, it tastes just like a thin crust pizza. So that's basically what it is. This is a pizza with no bread. I think it's probably better than most of the ones where you get with a tortilla. I don't really like cauliflower. There's one that you can make with cream cheese. There's so many different ways. And you can make one with chicken. You press down the chicken. That might be good. I've never tried it yet. But this is zero crust. This would be the lowest of the carbs. You're not going to get lower than none, right? How many carbs do you have? None. So this is just a dipper. We'll have this out on, today is, I'll tell you right now, it is Wednesday. We have one coming out tomorrow. A video coming tomorrow on a taste test we did. So we're kind of mixing up our schedule a little bit to see if we get some more excitement. I think we kind of fell into a funk, but kind of into a pattern that maybe we don't need to do. So don't forget, please, we're trying to make this, if you want to be really, really cool, you could subscribe. Boop, boop, boop. It's right there, I think. Is it on this side? By pushing out the button right there. If not, it's on this side. But I think it's this side. If you film that way, if you film it towards yourself, it's reversed. But whatever side it is, it's a little red button that says subscribe. And then if you could like it, maybe share and put some comments. Would you eat this? Would you make this? Do you have an air fryer? Is that easy or what? I could probably make that in, if I want to pull it out maybe 1 minute early, I could make the whole thing in 10 minutes. 1 minute to prep, 9 minutes in there versus 10. I just made it up at 10. This is something I put together thinking, if I melt cheese and it sticks and it stays together, can't I use that instead of a pizza crust? And I found out, yep, sure can. Have a great day. Please subscribe, like, share, and give me your comments. Take care.